Hello everyone, welcome back to NG classes. I hope you all like my previous video, and if it helped you, please do subscribe my channel. And yes, if you want me to discuss any other topic, please comment in the comment box. So today we are going to discuss linear equation in two variables. Here we will discuss how linear equation in two variable is different from linear equation in one variable. We will also discuss how to find the solution of linear equation in two variable and how to plot the graph of linear equation in two variable. Apart from that, we will also discuss what is the equation of x-axis and y-axis and what's the equation of a line parallel to x-axis and y-axis. So let's start the discussion. Now let's see what's the difference between linear equation in one or more than one variable. So at first, let's focus on linear equation in one variable. As you have already solved a lot of linear equation which consisted of one variable. For example, if we are having twice x plus 1 is equals to 0, then from here we will get the value of x as minus 1 by 2. This is the one and only one solution of the given equation. Or we can also say this is the unique solution of the given equation, because x equals to minus 1 by 2 is the value which will satisfy this equation. Let's check it. Let's substitute x equals to minus 1 by 2 back in the given equation. So we are having the given equation as twice x plus 1 equals to 0. Here on the left hand side, we are going to substitute x equals to minus 1 by 2. So twice x plus 1 left hand side, and here we will substitute x value as negative 1 by 2 plus 1, which will give 2 and 2 will cancel out each other, minus 1 plus 1, and that will give 0. So when we are substituting x equals to minus 1 by 2, then and only then we are getting the right hand side, that means 0. We can also represent this solution on the number line. Let's represent it. So we are having x is equals to minus 1 by 2, and we know it's a rational number, and we also know how to represent rational number on the number line. So here it's a negative number, so definitely we have to move along the left hand side of 0, and minus 1 by 2 means minus 0.5, which will lie in between 0 and negative 1. So let's represent it. Here the denominator is 2. That means we have to divide in between 0 to minus 1 in two equal parts, right? Like this. Now this is the location of minus 1 by 2. So what we did here, we found the solution of the given equation. We know it's a unique solution since that is the only value of x which will satisfy the equation, and we have also represented our solution on the number line. Same process we will discuss here for linear equation in two variable. First we will see how to find the solution of linear equation in two variable. If the solution is unique or not, that also we will check, and we will also see how to represent it in Cartesian plane. Now let's see what's linear equation in two variable. So as you know, linear polynomial means a polynomial having degree 1. For example, if we are having 3x plus 5, so this is a polynomial where the degree of the polynomial or the highest power of the variable is 1. That's called linear polynomial, right? Now here we are having linear equation in two variable. So linear equation where the highest power of the variable must be 1. And also the equation must have two different variables. For example, 7x plus 10y is equals to 26. Here we can see the equation is having two different variables and the highest power of the variable is 1. So it's a linear equation in two variable. Now this linear equation in two variable will also help us to solve different kinds of word problem. So let's see how to convert the statement in equation at first. So the first example says there are two numbers and it is known that the sum of both the number is 20. So there are two different numbers. So let's assume both the numbers at first. So let's say the first number is x and the second number is y. Instead of x and y, you can take any variable of your choice. Now it says it is known that the sum of both the number is 20. So x plus y is equals to 20. This is how we will convert the given statement in mathematical form. Now here we are having one more example. Let's see that. So the second example says there are two numbers and it is known that the second number is smaller than the first number by 4. So here also we are having two numbers just like the previous one, but the condition is different from the previous one. So let's say the first number is m and the second number is n. It says that the second number is smaller than the first number by how much? By 4. Okay. So there is a difference between both the number. That means we have to do the subtraction of both the number. Now the confusion is we will subtract m from n or n from m. So let's see carefully. It says the second number is smaller. Second is already smaller than the first one. That means m is greater than n. So we have to subtract n from m. By how much? By 4. So the second equation became m minus n is equals to 4. Now from both the equation, that means the first equation, that is x plus y is equals to 20, and the second equation, that means m minus n is equals to 4, we can say it looks like the standard form of linear equation in two variable, which is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. Here a, b and c can be any real number. Now let's compare the standard form with the first equation, that means x plus y is equals to 20. So we are having the standard form as ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, and the first equation is x plus y is equals to 20. Now 20, which is sitting on the right hand side, we will shift it to left hand side. So it will become x plus y minus 20 is equals to 0. Now from here we can say the coefficient of x in our equation, that means a value is 1, and the coefficient of y, that means b, that is also positive 1, and the value of c is negative 20, right? Similarly, if we will compare the second equation with the standard form, let's see what are we getting as a, b and c value. So the standard form is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. In this format only we will write our equation. So that means m minus n. 4, which is sitting on the right hand side, when we will shift it to left hand side, it will be negative 4 is equals to 0. And from here we can see the first variable is having the coefficient as 1, right? As I said, instead of x and y, we can have any variable of our choice. So the first variable, that means m, is having coefficient 1. Now the second variable, that means n, in our equation is having coefficient negative 1, and the constant term is minus 4. Now let's solve some question. So here our first question says, express the given equation in the form ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, which is a standard form, and indicate the value of a, b and c in each case. So the first problem we are having as 5 is equals to 2x. We have to write the given equation in a standard form at first, and then we have to find the value of a, b and c. Whenever we have to write any equation in standard form, at first we will make one of the side, that means either left hand side or right hand side, as 0. So here we can shift 5, which is sitting on left hand side, towards right hand side. So we will be having 0 is equals to twice x minus 5, which can be written as twice x minus 5 is equals to 0. Now this equation is linear equation in one variable because there is no other variable apart from x. So we can choose any other variable by ourselves. That means we can write it as twice x plus 0 times y minus 5 is equals to 0. Now it looks like the standard form, right? From here we can say that a value, that means coefficient of x, is 2. Coefficient of y, that means b value, is 0, and the constant number, that means c, is negative 5, right? Now let's do the other question. So the other question is x minus y by 5 minus 10 is equals to 0. Now, as we know in standard form, ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. A, b and c can be any real number. So we can do it as it is. That means here a, that means coefficient of x will be positive 1. B, that means coefficient of y is negative 1 by 5. And c, that means constant number is negative 10. We can also do it in other way by making a, b and c as an integer. So let's do it that way also. As we are having x minus 5 by 5 minus 10 is equals to 0. Here, as the coefficient of y is a fractional number, let's take out the LCM at first. So we can take the LCM as a 5. And since the LCM is 5, the numerator becomes 5x minus y minus 50, right, is equals to 0. Now the denominator is 5, that is the LCM. We will shift it to right hand side. So it will get multiplied with 0. And from here we can see the right hand side became totally 0. And left hand side is 5x minus y minus 50, right? From here we can get the value of a, b and c as an integer. So a value is positive 5, as we can see the coefficient of x is positive 5 over here. B value is negative 1 and c value is minus 50. Now let's move to the next question. So the next question says the age of father is 3 years more than 3 times the age of son. Write a linear equation in 2 variables to represent this equation. So here the question is talking about two persons, that means father and son. And more specifically, the question is talking about the age of father and the age of son. So let's assume at first, that is the present age of father is x and the present age of son is y. Whenever we are solving age related problem, always we will start with the present age of the given person. We will assume that and then we will continue. So here the question says the age of father is, here this is a keyword. That means is equals to. So age of father is x, that is equals to 3 years more. Now whatever be your present age, after 2 years, 2 will be added to your present age, right? And after 3 years, 3 will be added to your present age. Similarly, after 5 years, 5 will be added to your present age. Similarly, here age of father is equals to 3 years more. That means 3 is added to something. Let's see what's that. So 3 years more than 3 times the age of son. Now this time is also a keyword that represents multiplication. So 3 times age of son means 3 multiplied with y, that means 3y, right? Let's write it. So we got our linear equation in 2 variables. That is x is equals to 3 plus 3y, which can be written in the standard form as x minus 3y minus 3 is equals to 0. And if we will compare it with the standard form, we can say the value of a is positive 1, value of b is negative 3, and the value of c is also negative 3. Now let's see how to find the solution of linear equation in 2 variables. We have already discussed how to find the solution of linear equation in 1 variable. Whatever value of the variable, that means x or y, we used to get, that is the solution of linear equation in 1 variable, because that is the one and only value of x which will satisfy the given equation. Let's take one example of linear equation in 2 variable. So suppose we are having twice x plus 3y is equals to 12. Now here, instead of one value, we will get two value. One value for x and one value for y, right? Which will be written in the form x value comma y value, and that's called ordered pair. So here we will get the solution in ordered pair. All right. Now let's see how to find the solution. So we have to choose such a value of x and y over here which will satisfy our equation. So let's say x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 2. Now let's substitute it on the left hand side of the given equation. So our left hand side is twice x plus 3y. Here we will substitute x value, that is 3, and y value, that is 2. Let's do the calculation. So we will get 6 plus 6 is equals to 12. And hence we got the right hand side, which is 12. Right? Hence our one of the ordered pair or one of the solution is 3, 2. Like this, we can find a lot of different ordered pair. Let's take x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 4. And let's substitute it on the left hand side. So we will get 2 times 0 plus 3 times 4, which will give 0 plus 12, that is 12. And again we got the right hand side by substituting the ordered pair, that is 0, 4. Right? So this is another ordered pair. Or this is also a solution of this given equation. So we can say that linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions. There will be a lot of point or a lot of ordered pair which will satisfy our equation. And also there will be some points which will not satisfy our equation. That's okay. Those are not the solution of the given equation. But the point which will satisfy the equation is the solution of this equation. Now here, rather than guessing what will be the ordered pair which will satisfy our equation, there is an easier way to find the ordered pair. So we can take any random value of x and we can calculate y value with the help of given equation. And this way we will get one ordered pair. So let's take x equals to 0 and calculate y with the help of given equation. So when x equals to 0, twice x plus 3y is equals to 12. This is the equation we are having. Here we will substitute x value as 0 and our motto is to calculate y value. So from here we will get y value as 4. So when we have substituted x value as a 0, we got y value as 4. This is one of the ordered pairs. Similarly, we can also take x value as 1 and can calculate y value with the help of given equation. So let's do it. So 3y is equals to 12 minus 2. Then 3y we will get as 10. From here we got y value as 10 by 3. So when we have substituted x value as 1, we got y value as 10 by 3. This is another ordered pair. And this way only we will get infinite number of solutions which will satisfy our equation. Now here to most important ordered pair or to most important solution which will also help us in plotting the graph is just substitute x equals to 0 and calculate y value with the help of given equation. So when we substituted x value as a 0, we have already got y value as 4. So 0, 4 is one of the important point. Another important point can be, let's substitute y is equals to 0 and calculate x value from the given equation. So when we are going to substitute y value as a 0, we are having twice x plus 3y. Let's substitute 0 at the place of y is equals to 12. From here we will get x value as 6. So another ordered pair we got as 6, 0. So this 2 point is very important. Why? Because rather than finding a lot of different number of ordered pair, we can use this 2 point to plot the graph. Now let's see how to plot the graph of linear equation in two variables. So here we are having our equation as 3 is equals to twice x plus y. For plotting the graph of linear equation in two variable, at first we need few points. or few coordinates which can be located on the coordinate axis, and further we can join them to plot the graph. So let's find few solutions or ordered pair at first with the help of table. So here x value and y value is what we need. Now how we find the solutions? We choose some random values of x and then we find the y value with the help of the given equation, and that gives a ordered pair or one of the solution of given equation. So let's do it same way. So let's take x value as a 0. It can be 1, can be 2, 3 and 4. You can take any value of your choice. Now let's calculate y value. So when x equals to 0, let's substitute it in the given equation. We will get y value as 3, right? Similarly, when x value is 1, we will get y value as 1 only. Now, when x value is 2, we will get y value as -1. When x value is 3, we will get y value as -3. And when x value is 4, we will get y value as -5. Now we have some ordered pair. Our first solution is 0, 3. Next one is 1, 1. After that we are having 2, -1. After that we are having 3, -3. And then we are having 4, -5. Now let's locate this point on coordinate axis. So 0, 3 means when x value is 0, y value is 3. So the point will be lying over here, right? Now 1, 1 means when x value is 1, y is also 1. So the point will be lying over here, right? After that we are having 2, -1. That means when x value is 2, y is -1. So we have to go down and the point will be lying over here. After that we are having 3, -3. That means when x value is 3, y is -3. So the point is here. And at last we are having 4, -5. So when x is 4, y value is -5 and the point will be lying over here. Now while making the table, you can choose any number of points. It's completely up to us. And one more thing we need to be careful that while finding the value of y, we will choose such a value of x which will give an integer as a value of y, which will be easier to locate on the coordinate axis. Now let's join these dots. Hence, this is the line which represents the equation 3 is equals to twice x plus y. And hence it's called linear equation. Whenever we will plot the graph, always we will get a straight line. That's why the name is linear equation. Now there is one more way to plot the graph, or we can say there is a shortcut to plot the graph. Let's see what's that. So we are having the same equation, same way we will find the x value and y value. Now here let's take x value as a 0 and let's calculate y value for that. So when x will be 0, then y value will be 3, right? Now we will take y value as a 0 and we will calculate x value. So when y is equals to 0, we have to check what will be the value of x with the help of given equation. So 3 is equals to twice x and y value we have taken as a 0. From here we will get x value as 3 by 2. That means 1.5. So we have got two coordinates, that means 0, 3 and the other one is 1.5, 0. Now with the help of this 2 point only we can plot the graph. So the first point is 0, 3. Let's locate it. It will be lying over here. Now the next point is 1.5, 0. That means 1.5 will lie in between 1 and 2. So exactly middle. This is the point which will represent 1.5, 0. Now let's join these two dots. Now this is the line which will represent the equation 3 is equals to twice x plus y. You can use any method to plot the graph. However, previous method is quite accurate than this method. Because in previous method, we have found a certain number of points and then we have plotted the graph. So that graph is more accurate than this graph. Now let's see how we will get equation of x-axis and y-axis. So if we will take any point on x-axis, let's say we are taking a point at 1. So this point's coordinate will be 1, 0. Here x value is 1 and y value is 0, right? Similarly, if we will take any other point on x-axis, that is at 6. So here this point's coordinate will be 6, 0. X value is 6 and y value is 0. Similarly, if we will take any point on the left hand side of the origin, let's say we are taking at -7. So this point's coordinate will be -7, 0. So what are we getting from here? We are getting that any point on x-axis has the coordinate in the form x, 0. Here there is a x value, but y value is 0, right? That's why equation of x-axis is y is equals to 0. Whatever be the x value, y has to be 0. Let's write it. Now, if we will take any point on y-axis, so let's say we are taking at 4. So this point's coordinate will be 0, 4. Here x value is 0 and y value is 4. Similarly, if we will take any point downside of the origin, so at -6, if we are taking, the coordinate of this point will be 0, -6. Here x value is 0 and y value is -6, right? So what are we getting? We are getting that any point on the y-axis has coordinate in the form 0, y. Hence, equation of y-axis is x equals to 0. Whatever be the y value, x value has to be 0, right? Let's write it. Now, let's say we are having an equation x minus 2 is equals to 0. Now, this is a linear equation in one variable. We can find the solution of this equation by taking out the value of x, that is 2. We can also represent this solution on the number line. So, x value is 2 and this is the location of the solution, right? We have also discussed that we can represent linear equation in one variable in the form of linear equation in two variable by choosing one variable by ourselves. So we can write x minus 2 is equals to 0 as x plus 0 times any other variable. So I am taking 0 times y minus 2 is equals to 0. Now how we will represent the solution from linear equation in two variable on the Cartesian plane? So as we know, linear equation in two variable have infinitely many solutions. So whatever point or whatever coordinate will satisfy this equation is the solution of this equation. So here from the given equation we are getting x value as 2. What about y value? So we will find that x value has to be 2, y can be anything. And that point will satisfy this equation. Why? Because the coefficient of y is 0. So whatever you take as a y, you can take y as a 2. That will satisfy the equation. You can take y as a 3 because 3 multiplied with 0 is again 0. You take y as a -1, -2. So x has to be 2, but y can be anything. So the coordinate will be in the form 2, r. Here r value can be anything, but x value or the x coordinate has to be 2. And this way we will get infinitely many points. Let's represent the solution on the Cartesian plane and draw the graph. So let's take r value as a 1 at first. So we will be having our first point as 2, 1. We can also take r value as a 0 because y value can be anything. So 2, 0, this is the point we are having. Similarly, 2, 2 will also be acceptable. 2, 3 will also be acceptable. And like this, we can continue and can take any point. Downside also, we can take any negative number for y. Let's join it. Now this is the graph which represent the equation x equals to 2 or x minus 2 is equals to 0. And such line will always be parallel to y-axis, passing through all the points where we are having x value as a 2. Okay? For this type of equation, we don't even have to make the table to plot the graph. Similarly, if we are having y is equals to 5 or an equation as y minus 5 is equals to 0, then this equation's graph will be parallel to x-axis. Why? Because here y value is 5. But what about x value? So x value can be anything, but y value will be 5. Let's draw it. Can you see the purple color dots? These are some of the points from infinitely many points which will satisfy the equation, and once we will join it, we will get a line parallel to x-axis. So this line represents y is equals to 5. Hence, equation of line parallel to x-axis will be in the form y is equals to k or y is equals to any constant number. And equation of line parallel to y-axis will be in the form x is equals to k. Here also k represent any constant. Let's write it here. Equation of line parallel to x-axis will always be in the form y is equals to k. And equation of line parallel to y-axis will be in the form x is equals to k. Here k can be any constant number. I hope you have understood the whole concept on linear equation in two variables. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.